Hi, I'm Dawn Little, and welcome to Ladyland.
Think about your closest friend. Maybe you know where she works, but do you know what she does all day? Do you know her job title? Do you know what she studied in school? Turns out, I didn't. So, I made a podcast to find out. Welcome to Ladyland. I'm your host, Kim Baldwin. This is a conversation with women from all walks of life and different backgrounds. It's funny at times, serious at times, but always honest. This is Ladyland. Hi, Dawn.
Hi.
Welcome to Nashville Podcast Studio.
Yay.
Thanks for coming in while you're home for the holidays.
No problem.
I like to let my guests introduce themselves. Will you just tell people who you are and what you do?
Okay. I'm Dawn Little, and I am an elementary school teacher for Los Angeles Unified School District.
So that's LA, California.
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been a teacher in LA?
I'm going on my 6th year in LA.
Okay. You were a Metro Nashville public school teacher.
Yes.
Okay. 6 years in LA.
6 years in LA, 2 years in Nashville, about 7 years in Japan.
Okay. What grade do you teach right now?
Currently, I teach kindergarten in a special education and general education classroom. It's an inclusion classroom.
What does that mean?
We're a pilot program. There are, I want to say, about 70 schools in the Los Angeles Unified School District that has this program, but it's still pilot from everyone, so we're all trying to figure out the best way to do it. And myself and a couple other teachers proposed it, made a proposal last year. We got it, and so I co-teach with another teacher. I am the special education teacher. I used to be a general education teacher, and there's a general education teacher in the classroom. And so we have special needs and general education students in the classroom together all day.
Okay, general education is a student that is not special needs.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes, though, they do have IEPs, individualized education plans, but they're in a general ed setting, and sometimes, yeah.
That's a new term for me.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know that you proposed this pilot. I truly did not know that.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to you, you're like, oh, no, like I taught students how to build a robot. It's just this thing I did for 6 weeks last year. Like I don't... Listener, that is a real thing that Dawn told me one time. I did not know that you proposed the pilot.
I mean, it wasn't just me, but I was
still.
Yeah, I was up for displacement at my school because of the enrollment had went down, and my principal was like, trying to think like, how can we keep you? And then my friend, another teacher who's in the special education department, we had been doing inclusion together, but not a full class all day. But we'd been talking about it. We knew this was coming up in the district. So we kind of came up with an idea. And then some other teachers from the preschool that are special needs teachers also jumped in, and we proposed it to so in LAUSD, you have local districts and then the big district head, because it's such a big district overall.
Okay.
So they're like satellite districts.
Yeah.
And then we first proposed it to our head person in the satellite district, and then we had to propose it to the top person, and not to Buettner, who is the head guy, but to the person that was over special education.
So no big deal.
It was a little nerve-wracking. Yeah.
Low stakes.
Yeah. And we got it. So here we are.
I can't believe I did not know that part.
We're about to write another proposal for how to grow it. When I go back to LA that weekend, I'm meeting with the same team, and we're typing it up and putting it together.
This is so impressive. Let's, it's my favorite topic.
Okay.
What are your degrees?
Undergrad is psychology.
Okay.
And then I have a master's in elementary education, a master's in English language acquisition, and then a master's in learning technologies.
What is English language acquisition?
It's basically EL, or English language learners, or English as a second language, like that.
Okay. You do not speak full Spanish? Or Spanish?
Not at all.
You speak Japanese?
Yes.
Okay. Bilingual. Let's just say yes.
Well, okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm not very polite in Japanese, so I don't really like to tell people that I speak fluent Japanese.
Yeah.
And my reading is very limited.
Okay. Okay. And you learned Japanese because you moved to Japan after college to teach English.
Yes.
And you also learned Japanese.
Yeah, I mean, because when I first moved to Japan, I lived in what's considered rural for Japan, but it's probably like living in Nashville. Not very rural, but a small town, and I kind of needed to learn Japanese. So, and it was also just because I had heard it growing up because of my mother, and I had family in Japan, and I kind of wanted to get to know that side of me better.
Yeah, and I left this part out, but also, sorry, Mary Catherine, I've known you the longest of anyone I know.
Woohoo!
I know.
31 years, I think.
Yeah, we met in...
It's seventh grade?
7th or 8th grade.
Yeah, so 30 to 31 years. I know, I hate saying that because then I'm like, I was telling our friend the other day when we had coffee, I said, I never thought I would be able to say...
I know.
I've known someone for 30 years. That means I'm actually like getting older.
It's very scary.
It's scary.
Yeah. So. Because of that, I know your mom. I know your family. I grew up with your family.
Yes.
Yeah. So we basically grew up together. We met in middle school.
Yeah. Your birthday party. You invited me.
Oh my God. I totally did.
We rode in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing I remember. I always get like, I have a crap memory, but
I do too.
I'll get like little flashbacks of certain events. And
yeah.
So that was the one thing.
How funny.
Yeah.
Man. Met in middle school. High school together, went to college together, lived together in college, and then we left at the same time.
Yeah.
Like a week apart?
Yeah. I think you saw me off at the airport.
That's what I was trying to remember. Yeah, that has to be right, because I remember
that was when we could still go through.
Yes, to the gate.
To the gate. And you, my dad, everyone came.
Yes.
And saw me off at the airport. And then I think you left a week later for New York.
Yeah. We truly grew up together.
Yeah.
And then we left together.
Yeah.
And grew up separately.
Definitely. Because the 20s were very formative.
Oh, my God. Did you know you wanted to be a teacher? Because in undergrad, like, we didn't talk about this when we were in college.
I actually was in education for a little bit in undergrad. I was an education major for a little bit.
I don't remember this.
It lasted for like one semester because I decided I started with psych.
Yeah.
And criminal justice.
Same.
And social
We probably
work.
took all the same classes.
Yeah, I had all three of those. So I think I was originally going to be a social worker.
That's right.
And because I had good experiences with social workers and counseling. And then I was like, no, I want to be a teacher because I did a lot of volunteer work with teaching. And so then I went into teaching, but I had so many more credits in psychology.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to get out by that point. So I was like, okay, no, I'm going back to psychology.
Okay.
And then, I was able to get out with psychology and just go to Japan and start teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How long did you live in Japan? Like 10 years?
Almost 8, just shy of 8, a few months shy.
Man.
Yeah.
Moved back, didn't immediately start teaching.
No, I had to get my education degree here, so I didn't.
You didn't have a master's yet?
No. And
okay.
So I had to do that to get into education.
Okay.
Here. Yeah.
We were talking about this the other night. Common misconceptions about teachers.
Oh, geez, I was on a roll.
Topic.
I had a glass of wine. I was going off.
I mean, you're the only teacher I know this well. Like, you're the only teacher I truly know, like, what your job is.
Okay.
Contrary to everything I said at the beginning. But...
I do a lot of stuff.
I do know you do a lot of stuff. I didn't know you start pilot programs. What do people get wrong? Like, especially the most common stuff.
The most common thing is that we get paid for not working in the summer.
Wait, say that again.
Like, people think, they get paid and they get 2 months off. We don't get paid for those 2 months.
You do not get paid for being a teacher in the summer.
No. What happens is you may get your salary. Yeah. But that's because you make it to where it's spread out. But if you were to do the math and the salary, you would realize that we're only paid for 10 months.
So you get a paycheck.
Yes, I get a paycheck.
I hear what you're saying.
And when I worked for Metro, you actually had to choose. I don't know how it is now, but you could choose whether you wanted the paycheck or if you just wanted to get paid 10 months. And then you didn't get a paycheck during the summer.
Okay.
I always got it because I'm not that great at saving money,
So do you supplement your income now during the summer, or have you just learned, like, this is what I make for the year, this is how I live?
I've learned.
Yeah.
And I do some extra things during the school year, but this year there's been a lot of budget cuts, so I'm not getting as much. But last year I was like coordinator of different things and was paid a little extra.
Oh, so you can do like extra jobs in the school?
Not always.
Okay.
It just depends on how the budget is that year.
Okay.
My school was actually given a grant last year that afforded it because I've actually been it's project-based learning, the PBL coordinator for the last 3 years in our school.
Is that the robot thing?
Robots can fall under it, yes.
Okay.
I actually didn't really get paid for the robot. But that I was the coordinator for, and I could get some pay, but it's only happened once that I've been paid for that. And I've done it for 3 years, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are other misconceptions besides the not getting paid?
Get off at 3.
Oh, my God. Yeah, don't you just work 6 hours a day?
Yeah, I just work 6 hours a day. The kids just sit there. Like, they sit there and they listen. They all come to you with no problems. And it's my fault that they don't do their things. And yeah, that we get off at 3. Why are we complaining? I don't think I've ever been off at 3.
And what part of your job do you do at home besides just mental thought and planning? Like,
I will say this. I have divided, like, home from work. So I am someone, I go into work an hour early to mentally prepare myself, but also to make sure there's no traffic because I live in LA.
Yeah.
And then to do some planning before. And I will stay till 6 sometimes. So
like last week, what was a normal work day? Like you wake up, start driving, get to school, leave school, get home.
yeah. So I wake up, get ready.
What time?
5:30.
Okay.
And then I'm out the door by 6:30. And I usually grab a sandwich or something if I eat breakfast that day at work. And while I'm preparing for the day.
How long is the drive to your school?
To work's not bad. It's about 25 minutes, depending if there's a fire. When there's a fire, it's a little longer. But coming back home is bad.
So when do you leave school?
Depending on the day. Mondays I go to a night class, so I leave.
That's right.
I do leave at 3 on Mondays.
Okay.
I work in what's the Valley.
Yeah.
And then I have to drive to what's considered mid-city in LA. So that takes a little longer for me to get to. So I leave at 3 and then I'm in class until around 8:30. 8, I think we get out around 8, but by the time you get everything done and go. And then Tuesdays, I'm usually at work and I get there around 6:45, 7, and I'm usually there until about 4:30, and it's like that most of the week.
Okay.
And then it just depends if I have if I'm doing an event, like I host a health fair for the whole school, and that will be next semester.
Yeah.
But I do a lot. I work a lot extra then. And I'm usually at work until 5:30, 6 p.m. usually every night.
Okay. So not just like childcare. You're not just there like keeping an eye on them. Because I've heard people, not anyone I know, but I see this online.
No,
and
you
stuff.
see it everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of reference to. I feel like people forget
that you can't read if it weren't for me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi. Do you like podcasts? I hope so, because you're listening to one. If you like podcasts, I have something else you might like. Audiobooks. Libro FM is the first and only company that lets you purchase audiobooks directly from your local bookstore. P.S. We have 2 of those here in Nashville. You can pick from hundreds of thousands of audiobooks. If you're new to audiobooks, they're the perfect way to get more books into your busy life. Listen during your commute, while doing chores, or just relaxing at home. All you need is a smartphone and the free Libro FM app. Ladyland listeners, you get a special offer. 3 audiobooks for the price of 1. That's $14.99 with your first month of membership. Use the code LADYLAND at checkout. For more information, visit ladyland.show/Libro. It's really easy. Night classes. What you doing now? Dawn loves to go back to school.
I do. I never last more than a year without it. Special education courses.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've just moved over into that program. So.
Yeah. Do you have a long-term goal? Do you want to stay like a kindergarten teacher? Do you want to stay? What are you thinking, or do you even feel comfortable saying that?
No. Most people I work with know my goals. It changes a little. I wanted to be what's called a STEAM coordinator. It's STEAM is like they used to call it STEM.
Yeah.
So science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
Okay.
I wanted to do that or be an interventionist, which is like someone that's on campus helping students that they need extra help. They intervene, But it's really hard to get the STEAM coordinator position because of the budget. It really just depends every year if they're going to be able to afford it. And that's for district. Like I wanted to go into the district office and help coordinate and teach different strategies for STEAM because my degree in learning technologies has a lot with it. And then also having done PBL, it all kind of goes hand in, or project-based learning, it all kind of goes together. I really enjoy it. And I've done a lot on campus where that's where the robots came in. So.
Yeah. Can we talk about the teacher strike?
Yeah.
I don't know how much people listening that live here in Nashville know about that. I mean, they should. I mean, it was national news.
It did make CNN.
What's an easy way to, if someone doesn't remember what it was about, what's an easy way to,
A lot of people, I think that don't understand, education thought it was just money. And that's where you heard a lot of people complaining about, like, oh, you get paid all this money for, just working until 3, having your summers off, But it was more, for me, it was more about smaller class size. We do have a lot of students, especially a lot of classes will be packed in with a lot of students, and you have so many needs already to help, and the larger the class size, the harder it is to be able to accommodate to all your students.
Yeah, so, I would imagine.
You would think it's common sense, but it's not. So there's also, like, we only have a nurse once a week on our campus.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. And so I guess, don't get sick, kid, unless it's, on Friday when the nurse is there, or don't, hurt yourself. So, and the office staff, they're not nurses. So it's, it's a stress on them as well when you have students that you send to the office because of illnesses, injuries, etc.
Yeah.
So that was another thing. Librarians, some school, and even our school, we only have a librarian every other week.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's very different.
I'm very out of touch. I did not know this was happening.
And the way the school system runs there is very different than when we grew up.
Yeah.
Like, I teach, kindergarten is different, but when I taught 5th and 4th grade, I had to teach PE as well. Like, we didn't have a PE instructor. So, there's a lot of things that the district can't afford.
That's crazy.
They don't give the schools the budget for. So that was it. I mean, there was there's also talk, which was it wasn't really with our strike, but they're coming up again to talk about healthcare and all of those things. And, there hadn't been a raise in a long time, and those things kind of compacted together.
How long was the strike?
I want to say it was 6 days.
That's okay.
It never rains in LA except for the week that we were on strike. Yeah. And then it rained every day.
Yeah.
And, I would wake up, go to the school site, strike there.
Yeah.
And then we had to all go downtown to strike again.
Yeah.
So in the morning you would go, and then everyone would go downtown for the big rallies.
Yes.
And I live near downtown. So I was like, I'm going to stay downtown. And those who couldn't go downtown, it just depended on your school site. Some of them would stay and continue to strike at the school in the afternoon. But yeah.
Okay.
It was incredible.
Yeah. Is that your first strike?
My very first
Baby's
strike.
First strike.
Baby's first strike. And it was amazing. It was rough. My feet were always wet. But just when you were downtown for the rallies, just all the people and everybody was just really friendly to each other.
Yeah.
And it was really cool, actually.
Man. Were most of the people on strike teachers, or did you also just have people supporting you?
There were other people that just supported us. Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, obviously, mostly we're in education, but we met people that weren't. And, there were free concerts, and I think
really?
Perry, and so Perry Farrell, because, I love
LA.
James. Yeah. He went to, I guess, he and his wife went to their neighborhood school and brought cookies and stuff they had baked. And then,
okay. It's really nice.
And then, all these people, they had all these shows. It was really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did the strike end? Because I know nothing about strikes.
I guess all the people that are higher up, they came to an agreement. Our mayor actually got involved as well. They came to an agreement, and then for it to go through, everyone has to vote, whether you have to get a certain percentage.
Okay.
So I had to rush back to the Valley to vote that day, and then it went through, and we're back. Although the strike was cool to be in as an experience, I think everybody was ready.
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
We were all ready to be back in the classroom.
Do you get paid when you're on strike?
No.
Cool.
And they, yeah.
Cool.
So they did not. They took that out of our paycheck. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So that, it's a week's worth of pay that you lost.
Yeah.
Or I lost.
God.
So.
When you're, air quotes, off in the summer, what do you do in the summer to decompress? And what is your summer like?
Usually I come here to Nashville.
Come home
for about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, and then just travel a little.
Yeah.
And just chill. I do I go to Pilates. I go to yoga. I suddenly become healthy.
Yes.
It's
Can you even travel while school's in session?
Not really, unless
really.
You're on a break,
Yeah.
which is always the peak season for everyone. So.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, so those budget tickets aren't easy to find when you're traveling
on spring break when everyone else is on spring break.
Exactly.
Man, what's your self-care while you're in school? You probably day to day, just like everyone else, just wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep. But what do you do on the weekends? Or Friday night, Saturday, Sunday? What do you do to disconnect? Take
I-
off your pants.
It's a little like
NPZ.
I know the NPZ. Shout
Dawn
out.
has a rule in her house that when you come in, you enter the NPZ.
No
and
pants
it's
zone.
No pants zone. So you can take off your pants.
As soon as you come in.
soon
And
as you
you
come
have to take your shoes off when you come in.
You do.
So
Yes.
It's like, it's a process. Like you take off your shoes, the pants come off, and then, yeah.
I met, an interjection, I met someone really recently, and she had me over to her home, and I think she's from Singapore. But when she invited me in, I immediately kicked off my shoes and came in, and she smiled, and she said, "How did you know to do that?" And I said, "Honestly, I did. It was unconscious." And I didn't want to, I was like my best friend growing up. Her mom was Japanese, and it was a no-shoes house, and I don't know. Like, I saw your face, and my brain knew what to do, and I just took off my shoes. But she was like, "Thank you for knowing to do that."
It
was very strange.
Well, it's really like, for me, it's the opposite. Like when I go to someone's house and I start taking my shoes off and they look at me weird, and I'm like, they're like, "You can wear your shoes." I'm like, "Do you mind?"
I know, like,
Can I take them
don't?
off? Because I really feel uncomfortable. Like,
Okay.
oh,
God, I interrupted you.
oh no,
What do you do on the weekends?
nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
Saturday is I wake up, I work out, and then I run errands if I need to run errands, and then I come back and Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's all I do. Like it's what makes me feel good.
is it partly because you live in LA and it's so hard? Like, you really have to commit to driving somewhere that's not in your neighborhood.
it is part of like, and you have to like, okay, this is what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I mean, I live walkable to a lot of stuff.
Yes, you're in a very good neighborhood.
I do to get a massage once a month. I got my guy Matthew.
Okay. Shout out Matthew.
Go Matthew. He's from Arkansas. Yes. So
Really?
we sometimes talk about the South. And then I really I don't even go grocery shopping. I have that delivered because
Yeah.
I can't deal with
Yeah.
it, And Sunday, Greg, my husband, now he has off on Sundays. So
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
before he used to always work on the weekend. So I do have to like actually, take a shower and stuff. When he was working, I would just like literally
Nothing.
do nothing and like watch junk TV and just, it's great. It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great that he's home now on Sunday. So we'll do something.
Yeah.
I mean, just around LA.
I mean, I assume it's because we developed our coping mechanisms together, but I
Yeah.
do the exact same thing.
Right. Yeah.
Like, we have the exact same
Yeah.
self-care.
Hey, if it works,
Man.
may have a glass of wine and just
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah. Doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
Man. When you said massage, it made me realize a lot of people may not know you live with a lot of pain, physical pain.
Oh, yeah.
When we were in college, Dawn was in a bad car wreck, legit almost died. Every bone, your whole little body was
From
crushed.
my neck to my hip. Yeah. I fractured. I actually had to wear the halo.
Halo.
The beautiful halo. Fractured my C3. Fractured all my ribs on the left side. And fractured my pelvis in a few areas.
Hip.
And dislocated. Yeah.
I'm like neck, back, pelvis, hips,
yeah,
ribs.
that
Like,
area.
what all did you break?
And dislocated my shoulder.
Also, didn't one of your ribs sever one of the important?
So, no, it wasn't important.
Okay.
It was a spleen. Oh, well, my aorta ruptured, so I had to have heart surgery.
That's right.
Yeah. Or tore. My aorta tore.
Sure.
Whatever. And then I also dislocate. Oh, my spleen. We're still not sure if I have a spleen.
That's right.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
That's the one I think you were talking about.
That's right.
Yeah.
Broke your neck, broke your pelvis, and dislocated a hip, and then broke a million
No, I didn't
nerves.
dislocate the hip. I just broke the pelvis in several areas.
Okay, I can never remember if you broke
Dislocated
your
the
hip.
shoulder.
So, some pain.
Yeah.
What year was that wreck?
1998.
Okay. What is that like now in your 40s? Like, what hurts? How do you manage it? Do you have to now have, like, doctors and medicine
I
because
do
of
a
this?
lot of physical therapy.
Okay.
Yeah, I do a lot of physical therapy to strengthen the muscles around the areas that hurt so that, it takes off the pressure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm, back pain, hip pain, neck pain. So that I do that. I'm currently getting x-rays and stuff done now
Yeah.
on my hip too because I've been having more problems.
Yeah. And I just bring that up because I've never been injured like that, but, like, I've just been a little bit injured.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Like, it's a real mental weight.
It is. And I think that's what people who don't have pain do not understand. Like,
Yeah.
It's mentally draining.
Yeah.
To have pain. And when you go to a doctor and they don't listen, it's we had a big long talk about this, but it's very draining, it's very frustrating, and I don't want drugs. I want to know what's wrong with me and how I can fix it.
Yeah, Dawn keeps getting told to just take ibuprofen.
If I have to, one more person tell me to take ibuprofen, I'm like, you're going to give me an ulcer.
Yeah.
I
truly cannot believe you still have a stomach lining. Like, I can't.
It's probably because I'm like, I'm not taking it,
Because you don't have a spleen.
Exactly. No stomach lining. I'm not taking it.
I bet where your spleen used to be, it's a pocket of ibuprofen. Like, that's where it all goes.
Hey.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Switching gears.
Okay.
You're about to go to Japan.
I am.
You've been back a few times, right? Since
I've been back.
Quit living there.
Yeah, this will be my third since I came back to the States, and I came back in the end of 2008.
Okay. And you're going this time with your mom, your husband, both of your brothers?
My mom and Sean, my older brother, are flying out together. Justin and his girlfriend, Haley, are flying out together. And then Greg and I are as well. And we're going to all meet in my mom's hometown.
Is this the first time all of you have gone? Like, parts of you have gone?
It's always been since I've been back, it's always been Sean, Justin, and my mom and I.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Greg is going for the first time.
Greg and Haley, Justin's girlfriend, are going for the first time.
Okay.
And they'll be meeting my family there for the first time.
Yes.
It's going to be a big crew. It's going to be insane.
God. What was it like the first time you went to Japan with your mom?
The very first time I went, I was a kid.
As an adult.
Hilarious, because she's so ADD. Like, you have to, I want to get her, a strap, because, she's, always wandering off.
Okay.
It was really funny. And she had forgotten, she got so confused. She had forgotten that she speaks Japanese fluently.
Yeah.
And then she had me speaking Japanese. And I'm, looking at her, she's like, go ask that man, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you speak Japanese? And she was like, oh, yeah. So she...
Yeah.
And then it ended after a few days, it got better, because it was like, you read the signs, Mom, because I'm not as good.
Yeah.
And I'll navigate, or I'll ask.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. Is it fun to go back with all your family?
It is. It is. We get on each other's nerves sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, we have a good time.
Yeah. How long is the flight?
From Nashville, it's 14 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I forgot how long, because I flew from LA last time, but I stopped in Korea last time. And this time we have a direct flight to Tokyo. But I think it's about 10 to 11.
Oh, that's not as bad as I thought.
No, it's not too bad.
Okay.
It's bad, but it's not too bad. Yeah.
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 Okay. That's like 2 of the flights from LA to Nashville.
Yeah. But the thing is you lose a day when you go there, because they're, I want to say they're 14 hours ahead of Nashville and 16 hours ahead
I
of
don't remember.
LA. And then when we come back, we kind of gain.
Yeah.
Back. Yeah.
Okay. I left off a real fun part of your self-care routine.
What?
Dog stalking.
Oh my God. This is a new thing.
Please just talk about it openly. It's hilarious.
Okay, first of all, Greg wanted me to say that I love furries, and he was like, you need to somehow squeeze that in, so I'm going to throw that in. I do.
You're welcome, Greg, that we don't edit that out.
Okay, yeah, please. And little Curious George goes everywhere with us, and we take pictures with him. So
I know.
That's a shout out to my husband.
Okay.
I have this newfound addiction to dogs. I think I decided never to have kids, and now that whole need came to dogs. And I actually will go to a dog park now. I don't own a dog. I just sit there and watch the dog, and it makes you feel good. It's like the happiest place in Silver Lake, where I live, is the dog park. And every time Greg and I drive down Silver Lake Boulevard and we see the dog park, we literally get to creeper mode and go maybe about 5-10 miles an hour. I know we're making pissing people off behind us, but we're like, look at that little one. It's ridiculous. And where he works, dogs come in all the time. And he's like, I got us some really good ones today, and he just I got to rub some bellies. And
it is so strange. It's hilarious.
That's why they're therapy dogs. Think about it. God. They bring happiness. You could just see my face light up too, right? As soon as you say dog.
This is the most animated you've been this whole time.
I know. I love dogs.
I know you do.
And I grew up with them, always liked them, but recently...
No, this is a whole new thing.
Listen, I had a dream last night about puppies.
Dawn.
I woke up and I was like, somebody was like, next time you're going to leave the puppies over there. And then I woke up. Everywhere. Dogs.
Is this your midlife crisis?
I think so. I do. I want one so bad.
I know you do.
But then there's a part of me that's like, maybe just loving everybody else's, is easier.
It's like bangs.
Yeah.
Like, careful what you wish for.
Yeah, I know. I just got some, and they're kind of annoying me right now.
Oh, my God. I'm going to move into the rapid fire. Are you ready?
No, but let's do it.
Okay.
You could edit anything when so.
We never edit the rapid fire. Like, all of this is the way it happens.
You may have to edit silence while I'm thinking.
No. Number 1.
Yeah.
Stabler or Munch?
Oh, Munch.
Whoa.
Yeah. Look.
Whoa.
I love Stabler. I do. And I watch like every show he's in. And I will call him Stabler.
Oh, no.
But Munch, just something about him makes me laugh.
I thought you were going to say Stabler.
See?
God.
I know.
I thought I knew you. Okay.
Stabler left us high and dry. I know Munch left too, but he like slowly exited.
Okay. LA restaurant you're dying to try.
Dying to try? Oh, God.
Or just one that's been recently on your list.
How about one that I've been to, but I haven't been back to? Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
And Naka.
Okay.
I went after my tax return about 5 years ago with my friend.
Okay.
Seriously expensive, but it's so delicious. It's a Japanese kaiseki. And so
Wait, what is that?
It's like a course.
Oh.
But she changes it every day. And then I did
God.
the wine pairing with it too. And it was just the best meal I've ever had. I'm afraid, though, if I go back, it won't be as satisfying.
It's in LA?
It's in LA.
Ooh.
On the in West Side, yeah.
Okay. Man, what's it called?
And Naka.
Okay.
She's actually on one of those Netflix does something table.
Chef's Table.
She was on, I think, on the first season.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh. I watched the first season. Okay.
Yeah.
If you could have any dog in the world, like you lived somewhere where you could have a dog.
Not be allergic.
Not be allergic.
Okay.
What would it be?
Oh, that's a hard one.
I know it is.
I don't know because they're so cute.
Just listen to your heart.
They have to have a cute butt.
Fair.
I like the booty. It would be between...
You're your mother's daughter.
I so am my mom's daughter. My mom loves booties. She loves them. It would either be a corgi.
Yeah.
Because they have a really cute booty.
They do.
Or a Frenchie. Because they have cute booties too.
Okay.
But you can't let them get overweight or their booty's not as cute.
Okay.
But probably one of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fave new to you crime podcast.
How new is new?
Done.
Okay.
You
I've been
decide.
listening to Small Town Murders.
Oh, that's right. We talked about this because I thought I was listening to it, but I'm listening to Small Town Dicks.
Yeah. Totally different.
There are so many crime podcasts.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are.
Small Town Murders.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't explain your answer.
Oh, shit. Okay.
What is your guilty pleasure song?
But I have so much to say about it.
I know you do.
Because it's a shout out to Mary Catherine.
Okay, say the name of the song and then we will debate whether
Hey,
or not
Soul Sister.
You can explain.
So I asked Greg this question and said, hey, what do you think's my guilty pleasure song? Or like, what do you think? And he was like, Train. He said, anything Train. And I was like,
This feels like a coup. I just want to say that.
There's something happy about it, right? Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I can't explain the love that I have. And you know what? I'm not going to. I'm comfortable with myself.
I hope that how hard I'm shaking my head comes across in the absence of my voice.
Did you think I was going to say the Train song?
I did.
Yeah,
I did. I had that written down.
Actually, I had thought about this this is the one thing I was like, I've been thinking about the most out of your rapid is like, what song is my guilty pleasure? I really don't feel guilty about most of the songs I listen to.
Good.
And then I thought, okay.
And then
I may, like, if the windows are down, put them up when I'm listening to the Train song.
Come on, ride the train.
Yeah, come on, ride this train. Yeah. But Hey Soul Sister, I also do that too. And I listen to that more because the Train song is like forever. It's like really long. And I get a little bored of it. But I never get bored of Train. The other Train.
There is a podcast here that we love called My Fantasy Funeral.
Okay.
And Ryan, the host, interviews people and asks them what are the 5 songs they want played at their funeral. And then who would they like, dead or alive, to speak or deliver the eulogy. And
that's a hard one.
One of our favorite things to do is talk about, like, if we were on the podcast, what would our songs be? And so this is just a conversation that we have a lot. And in my mind, I keep laughing to myself thinking, I'm going to make you carry my coffin out to come on Ride the Train. And you're going to have to one arm it. So with the other arm, you can
do that.
You can
yeah.
do the train whistle.
Yeah. When we did it at my wedding, I was like, this song's never ending. I had to go tell the DJ, I was like, can you change it? Yeah. I know I told you to play it, but now I'm tired.
It is 13 minutes
And
long.
it was only like people who...
It was just me.
No, it was like you and me and my friend Doug, because
That's right.
he's a trooper. The rest of everybody was just kind of looking at us like we were crazy. But I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
MTSU.
On that note, let's ride the train right on out of here.
Okay.
Thanks for coming by, Ladyland.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm Kim Baldwin, and that's our show. Thanks so much for joining us. To find full show notes, head over to ladyland.show. And if you know a lady that I need to meet, slip into my DMs. You can find me at ladyland_podcast on Instagram. This podcast is produced by Mary Catherine Rooker and brought to you by We Own This Town. Logo by Elizabeth Williams. Music by UDrive. Download anywhere you listen to podcasts. If you have a minute, please go to Apple Podcasts and subscribe, rate, and review Ladyland. Thanks again for listening. See you next time.